It's time now for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on a Saturday evening, March 12th, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins. I have 5 o'clock news and odds on this late Saturday afternoon, going into Saturday evening. Top story at 5 o'clock is Donald Trump on Saturday did not protest that led him to cancel a scheduled rally that previous night in Chicago called them a planned attack that was professionally done and blaming Bernie Sanders supporters for inciting violence. In forewarning conversations across the political world this past year, a bipartisan court warned that the 2016 presidential campaign was teetering on the edge of violence. New York, a tugboat crashed into the barge at the Hudson River north of New York City early Saturday, killing one crew member and leaving two missing and presumed dead. It's one of those debates that arises at the same time each year, like whether we would still celebrate Columbus Day or whether still kid would wear a Halloween costume. The only president in Alabama that carries out executions was on lockdown Saturday after a violent inmate disturbance captured on contraband cell phone cameras and posted to social media left two prison officials injured. This is why Hillary's Clinton's comments about Nancy Reagan still matters. Her remarks on First Ladies Leslie and HIV and AIDS can't be forgotten. Right activists and legal experts from the EU and losing more competent searches for a solution in the refugee crisis. Both EU and international law prohibit locking out or expelling would-be asylum seekers. Private Syria's government on Saturday ruled out any discussion of the presidential elections at the peace talks can criticize the UN. Suspected terrorists with elected assets on Saturday fired rockets containing unspecified chemical substances into a residential part in the northern Iraq. Gitana Taza, Iraqi security officials told CNN. Damascus, Syria. French President Francois Hollande says Europe should increase their pressure for a diplomatic solution as Francois Hollande wants a tougher Europe role in Syria. Montevideo, Italy. At least 6 skiers are dead and survivors are missing after an avalanche in the Italian Alps. Washington, a North Korean submarine station off the country's eastern coast was reported missing by United States military officials who observed the vessel. Gaza City, 2 missile fragments from an Israeli airstrike in Gaza killed a 10-year-old boy and a 6-year-old sister, according to Palestinian medical officials. Hattiesburg, Mississippi. As Lake River rose north of Hattiesburg, Mississippi, 26-year-old Rebecca Bruce and fiancé grabbed what they could and left their small home. As torrential rains led to unusually strong flooding in Louisiana and Mississippi. Anchorage, Alaska. A man on a snowmobile purposely drove into 2 dog teams competed in the Tetra sled dog race early Saturday morning, killing 1 dog and injured at least 3 others, officials said. Robert Kovac was last seen on Friday evening in September 1998, withdrawn Monday from an ATM in Blacksburg, Virginia. He was near the campus at a Virginia Tech where he attended graduate school as remains found under a bridge, likely a student who vanished back in 1998. Secondly, escaped New Mexican inmate in custody. Columbus, Ohio, a day after Senator Marco Rubio implored supporters in Ohio to vote for Governor Trump's case into the bid to Sammy Donald Trump, some less than enthusiastic. Phoenix jurors began deliberating the case of a man accused of orchestrating a terrorist attack on an anti-Islamic cartoon exhibit. Houston, NASA astronaut Scott Kelly did not see will return on April 1st, nearly 2 weeks after return from a year-long mission in space. Vandalia, Ohio, Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump was rushed by security on stage after a disturbance in the Reddit credit at a rally on Saturday. Malware gave hackers an inside look at the bank system as investigators suspect unknown hackers installed malware in the Bangladesh central bank computer system and watched probably for weeks for how to go about withdrawing money from its U.S. The Affordable Care Act health insurance co-ops absorbed deep financial losses last year, and the 2016 is shaping to be a make-or-break year for those non-profit alternatives to traditional insurers. Beijing, China has explored a new way to grapple with its mountain pile of bad corporate debt that its top central bankers on Saturday to dispel words that the plan would simply shift the burden to other parts of the country's vast economy. The number of rigs that drill oil and natural gas in the United States has fallen to the lowest level since at least 1940, of Oil Service Company Baker Hughes said. Denver, the co-CEOs of restaurant chain Chipotle Mexican Grill have paid Grace in 2015 as the company faced health and food safety issues. Tewksbury, Massachusetts police have arrested 24 people involved in an alleged cockfight arena in Tewksbury. As police on Friday went to the home on Chisholm Street for a report that the people were gambling on clock facts. Responding officers found game clocks with spurs attached to them and the footboard damaged each other. Lowell, Massachusetts fans of Beat Generation rider Jack Crack can celebrate a on the road offer birthday at a series of events in the Massachusetts hometown. Scientists can link climate change to the growing severity and duration of some extreme weather events, according to the new report that highly regarded National Academies of Sciences. Prehistoric report Tegeron may have been related to the dinosaur scientists have discovered a reptile skull from about 250 million years ago in Brazil. Researchers have developed a set of repellent rubber coatings that can be made from readily available materials. A major development in a problem that has long vexed energy has best to keep ice off planes, cars, ships, and power lines. A new study in ADHD diagnosis rates has found the birth month of the child in question may have an enormous impact on the likelihood of both being diagnosed with a condition and prescribed medication. New research has uncovered a link to childhood obesity that a scientist struggling to understand that becoming a child with as younger children born in and before the beginning of the preschool has a lower risk of becoming obese than those without it younger. Pfizer Incorporated and the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has given approval for the supplemental new drug application for treatment of metastatic non-small cell lung cancer. New finds suggesting that setting the same legal purchase in nature electronic nicotine devices, which includes vape pens, hookah pens, and electronic cigarettes, will make it harder for teens to quit smoking. And I'm going to get to New England Alerts here at 5:06 p.m. Central Falls, Rhode Island, 799 Dexter Street. Companies on a St. About code. Rented into 2.5-story split commercial residential. And as a reminder, when you turn your clocks tonight and tomorrow morning, don't forget to change your batteries in your smoke and CO detectors. They do save lives. Peter Chell News Times now 5:07 p.m. on this Saturday evening. Is time now for a sports report. Tonight, last night, today, the Boston Bruins defeat the New York Islanders at the Garden 3-1. Other scores: Buffalo Sabres over the Carolina Hurricanes 3-2. Detroit Red Wings over the New York Rangers 3-2. One NBA game that was played this afternoon: Dallas Mavericks and the Indiana Pacers. Pacers beat the Dallas Mavericks 112-105. ML soccer scores: the Jessica got in the final from Gillette City and New England Revolution and DC United to a 0-0 draw. At a halftime, it's Real Salt Lake and Seattle Sounders a 1-1 tie, and Montreal Impact and New York Red Bulls 0-0 tie at halftime. Facing a definite banishment for repeat violation of NFL substance abuse policy, Pittsburgh Steelers receiver Martavis Brown will check through rehab and go over outrage to the depression issue of the one is dangerous. Brian Favre told USA Today. It is our NASCAR racing where the level of our cars and athletes, drivers, front and center, how can one driver display such dominance at a track? Purdue center Isaac Hayes helps Purdue advance to the Big Ten final. On a cold, blustery, rainy Friday night in the desert, the night where some conditions could have been taken as policy reflected on the court outcome. Friday did it, but the overall goal of the occasion. Williams finally ended. Peter Children's Times now 5:08 on this Saturday evening. Time now for a travel report. Let's stay up down in Rhode Island, where we're 95 minutes southbound side in Pawtucket. It is a little slow throughout the Pawtucket stretch. 146 in both ends left to Route 99, a link into Route 146 in North Smithfield, but you're good to go. But Route 1 in both ends, it's slow from 123 to Albert to 295 in the North Albert past the Emerald Square Mall. Out in the Cape, 20 on the northbound side, a little slow before the Bourne Bridge, but otherwise, 20 and 6 is Lunengan, 20 is Lunengan from Bourne to Falmouth, Route 6 Lunengan from Seminole to Orleans, and Bourne and 7 bridges are looking good. 120 on the southbound side is for Route 138 in Kenton all the way out to Route 37 in Braintree. Route 120 on the northbound side so from Braintree split all the way out to Route 24 in Randolph. Doing the next on the ramp to 120 southbound from 128 northbound 93 south. Southwest Express with the southbound side so from Milton all the way out to the Braintree split. Southwest Express with the southbound side accident after the Mass Pike, so expect delays, and Southwest Expressway after the Pike all the way out to Dorchester. 93 on both ends a little slow in the Boston stretch. Mass Pike on the westbound side, so from Lower to Boston all the way up to the Mass Pike. 93 on the southbound side is slow from Somerville all the way out to the Zakin Bridge. 120 to the southbound side, it did so from Route 129, Randon all the way out to Route 28, and then hit brakes again throughout the Burlington stretch. Route 290 in the eastbound side, a little slower around Route 190 to Route 9 in Worcester. I-91 on the northbound side, a little slower around 291 in Springfield. Acton, Connecticut, Route 8 on the northbound side, a little slow doing the next round. Route 68 in Naugatuck, so expect some delays. 95 on the southbound side, it did so from Westport all the way out to Stamford. 95 on the northbound side, it did so for the Stamford stretch on the northbound side of 95. Down in New York City, 95 on both ends, it is so from Merrimack all the way out to New Rochelle. 95 on both ends, it's so from the Bronx all the way out to George Washington Bridge into New Jersey. FDR Drive on the northbound side, it did so from 495 all the way out to Harlem. Long Expressway on the eastbound side, it did so from 278 all the way out to Cross Island Parkway and both ends of the Long Expressway. 278 in the eastbound side, it is slow from 478 all the way out to 495. Grand Central Parkway and both ends, it is low around the LaGuardia Airport. Belt Parkway and both ends, it's slow from Brightwood Bay all the way out to JFK Airport. Lincoln Tunnel is slow. Holland Tunnel is slow. At West Side Highway, it's slow from Hell's Kitchen all the way out to Soho. 90 and both ends, it is slow from Harlem all the way out up to the George Washington Bridge. And 278 on the westbound side, a little slow to Brown to Narrows Bridge. New York State Ferry is looking in from New York all the way out to the Pennsylvania border. And 190 in the southbound side, a little slow after Niagara Falls. Up in North New England, Vermont, New Hampshire, main highways are looking good. Oh, hey, look at that MBTA alerts. Green Line B branch must spend a minor amount of lanes to disabled train at Harvard Avenue. Civil and other survivors switch from minor lanes due to traffic, and on the commuter rail, Fitchburg train 1411, 6 p.m. outbound and expect to depart Porter Square 20-25 minutes beyond schedule due to track work, and on the ferries they are looking good. Peter Channel News Times now 5:12 p.m. here on this Saturday evening here, and it is time now for a weather report, and let's take a look at the radar, and it is clear as a whistle. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. Tonight, most coast got about 39 degrees, southwest about 5 to 9 miles an hour. Sunday, south got about 60 degrees, northwest about 5 to 9 miles an hour, becoming the northeast in the afternoon. Saturday night, most coast got about 33 degrees, northeast about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Monday, rain knock May after 2 p.m. Clouds got about 44 degrees, east with about 8 miles an hour. Wind gust size 21 miles an hour, chest base with 7%, new percent between less than 10 inches possible. Monday night, rain likely low end 39 degrees and east with about 9 miles gust size 24 miles an hour, chest base 9%. Tuesday, rain like rain before 11 a.m. Clouds got about 53 degrees and chest base 70%. Thursday, most clouds go about 43 degrees. Wednesday, parts of the most clouds go about 62 about 43 degrees. Thursday, chest showers up to 9 a.m. Parts of the most clouds go about 60 about 40 degrees, chest base 40%. Friday, chest showers, parts of the clouds go about 55 about 35 degrees, chest base 30%. And for Saturday, mostly sun's got about 54 degrees. Currently here, not near at 5:13 here. It is clear skies with a few clouds and it's 49 degrees, humidity 56%. And that is going to be it for Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this Saturday evening, May 12th, March 12th, 2069. Peter was over. You have a good evening, and I'll see you at 11 o'clock for a late hour report. Have a good evening.